many opportunities you're going to have. Wagner on the drive. Stopped in the paint. Kick out. Bane attacking the reverse. Falls.
That's what you want to see. Just because you're a three-point shooter, you don't got to settle. Play off the dribble, nice drive. See that ball go to the basket one time.
But it all starts, Austin, with the initial paint touch. Touch the paint, spray it out, and get it right back in there.
That's the
for the visiting team, that could be a challenge, just throwing off a little bit.
This is Carter. Off the heel during getting up for the ball.
And look at where Duren was in there to stop the basketball. They are daring Wendell Carter to make shots from three.
Robinson with the...
Love the pace there by Detroit. Duncan Robinson shooting that thing in the series. Now 7 of his last 15 in this round one.
Thompson with the rejection. Carter there for the follow. Great intensity in these early moments of Game 3. Harris outside. Robinson forced to give it up. Shot clock winding down on Cunningham. Cunningham, long range, bottoms.
Cade Cunningham, he has been terrific here.
Wagner, no good, and rebound picked up by Harris.
There's too many loaded up on that side.
Harris gave it up to Cunningham. Cunningham back to Tobias, flicks the wrist, no good.
You're going to see both teams live it under that perimeter.
This is Banchero, squeezes it through for 2.
Great job by Paolo. Early post up. That's where he can get those opportunities before Detroit can really settle in and play that defense that they do.
When Austin, he was doing his work early, just pushing Tobias Harris right up that lane.
Cunningham defended closely by Bane, who hits the deck. Cunningham puts it through.
I mean, he's playing like in slow motion out there. He's never sped up. His pace has been talked about so much. Orlando wants to switch. Cade gets to the midi.
Bane!
Being prolific defenders, Orlando's going to try to seek them out.
Detroit's hit 3 of their 4 shots so far. Cunningham off the mark from the baseline. Wagner straight to the rack.
Austin Wagner, so dangerous touching the paint.
Yeah, you can see their mind is set up on, we're going to attack this paint, start inside out.
Harris, dump off, Duren blocks. Banchero got a piece. Bane will fire. Off the heel, back tap. Banchero sizing up Harris. Didn't have a look. Shot clock to 5. Wagner, the floater, got stuck. Carter there again.
Guys.
Thank you, Grant. Here is Cunningham with the handle, again averaging 33 points through 2 games so far in the series. Good hands, traveling by.
Have done it mixed and matched. Will be interesting to see what coverage wins out here for both teams.
Thompson flew by.
Great job to start this quarter. Executing, getting good looks.
10-0 Orlando run. Robinson on the drive, got a seal from Duren, couldn't hit the leg. Out of bounds. Harris, too strong. Back tap controlled by Black, who just checked in. Ahead to Banchero, couldn't finish the flush.
What an effort by Cade to get back and just give a little bit of a...
The team that executes the best through contact and physicality will win the series. Cunningham can't hit. Here comes Orlando. Banchero spinning and met at the rim by Duren. And toss it up. Black can't finish. Good contest by Harris.
Well, Detroit's got numbers.
Harris down the lane. Duren with the ferocious
what a play by Asar.
Thompson, the inbound steal, and the leg.
That's his 2nd time he's done that already tonight, just hanging out in the backcourt. Got to be careful with Thompson.
Just like that, a momentum shift.
What a sequence there by Detroit. Their defense leading to some offense, and Asar Thompson, he is capable of blowing up any play at any moment.
Banchero tried the skip pass, knocked out by Silva, who just checked in for Desmond Bain. Banchero from downtown, and he's fouled beyond for Paolo Banchero over the regular season.
Robinson, I mean, you foul a guy that coming in was 5 of his last 21 from 3. You want Banchero out there on the perimeter. Now you're just giving him free points at the line.
Thompson toss it up. Duren throws it down.
They got cross-matched on that one, it looked like.
It feels like with Duren, doesn't matter where you throw it up. He's going to grab it. He met Banchero at the rim. Cunningham racing ahead. Thompson, another alley-oop for the Pistons.
Boy, but some of these sequences for Detroit, the defense leading to offense is what we saw in that third quarter of game 2. Detroit getting stops and being opportunistic and getting out and starting the break.
Detroit a 7-2 advantage in fast break points. This is Black, in and out.
Want to see one go early for him.
Robinson. He'll take a mid-range two and connect.
And Austin, if he makes that
one after 2 games so far in this series, all tied up at 18 in the first quarter of game 3. Banchero. Herder has the assignment. There's the double, and on the move in the lane. Couple of head fakes, a step through, put it up with the left, won't go.
How impactful has Duren been at just deterring shots and contesting shots in that paint?
Just about every play.
Here is Duren, too strong. Suggs comes out of there with it for Orlando. Up ahead to Black. Suggs long range, no good, and Thompson the board. And a steal. Black, no good, and a foul is called.
Guy who was rolling mid-season with a lot of injuries.
Injury late in the season, came back from injury, was coming off the bench behind Wagner, of course. And Moses told him to give himself some grace. Black wanted to get everything back in one game, and he just wanted to take his time, let the game come to him.
He is an excellent Charlotte game.
Yes,
Charlotte game, he was huge.
Here's Cunningham working on to Silva, spinning inside, dumped it off to Stewart, and all watching Cunningham just like we were. Banchero alone can't hit from downtown. Orlando now 2 for 7 from beyond the arc. Black, cookies, tripped and fouled. And the Pistons in the penalty here with
his experience, him being in the league.
Pistons have had 3 straight turnovers. Cunningham takes the contact. Count it, plus the foul. In the NBA, and unassisted field goals this season. And I believe
we won it.
We won it, yes.
For entertainment's sake.
All tied at 21. 3 minutes to go in the first. Bain getting downhill. Blocked by Stewart. And pass inside. No one's home. Cunningham, skip pass. This is LeVert. On the move, put it up and through.
Boy, Bataze so effective protecting that rim. So LeVert to put that out there with the left, that's a big-time finish.
Right back on Herder. They're targeting him. This is 3 possessions in a row. They're going at Kevin. Good D again.
Wagner left it short.
And that's all Herder needs to do, right? Don't give up angles, stay in front, make it as tough of a shot as you can and contest.
Stewart. Outside to Herder. LeVert the pump. The drive. Outside look for Green. Off the mark.
Good
Back
rebound there.
in the hands of Cunningham. He wants 3. Rims out.
Like 2 high-quality looks, though, from 3 for Detroit.
Banchero going at Herder. A look on the perimeter for Black.
As you can see, just a couple free.
Of 9 on shots inside the painted area on offense, and Orlando just 6 of 15. The rim protection from Duren. Isaiah Stewart has been on point. As I say that, Duren, but also getting his FGAs up. He's already taken 5 shots. You know, he only averaged for the first 2 games 7 shots a game, attempting wise.
This is Bain. Getting downhill. Kane over to Black. Tough pass. Kane inside and is fouled on the. And good on the first.
To Europe because they were going to get money, and now you've got guys that stick around, can develop, be around the team. Injuries happen. It's so much healthier and better for the NBA.
This is Dennis Jenkins on the drive to the rim, lays it up and through.
And a breath, and that's him doing that right there.
For a young player, it can get into your head. Postseason, you're supposed to elevate your play, get to another level. Kane. Over to Wagner. Wagner attacking and put it in.
Didn't rush. Going off to his left and a nice scoop right off the glass. His high skill level for Franz.
Both teams with 14 paint points. This is a midi for Herter that won't go. Duren nearly had the offensive board, but here comes Bain. In a best-of-7 series, when it's tied 1-1, the winner of Game 3 wins the series 74% of the time. That is 5 blocks now for Detroit. Green, no good. Harris battling with Kane too.
But he's the epitome of a professional.
No question.
That's what's carried him this far in his career.
Outside look for Jenkins.
But what a difference when you get one to go at the basket. Get some confidence, settle in, and Dennis Jenkins making a massive mark here on Game 3.
Pistons by 1. Kane to Carter beyond the arc.
And
Wide right.
Detroit's living with that.
Yeah, they'll let that go all night. He's capable, but
Herter. Crowd wanted to travel.
What a
Harris downhill. Bucket and the foul.
and he definitely got.
Looking to complete the three-point play and does. Magic shooting just 34% so far in the first half. Bain for 3. Yes.
To spread the floor.
Well, that roll took on the help defense. Had to take that away, and that leaves the best shooter on the Magic wide open in the corner.
Herter around the Duren screen. Over to Duren. Carter has the assignment. Duren rises, can't hit. Bain. Attack mode, stripped. Pistons running. Harris getting up.
And he might be on.
36-33. Wagner gave it up to Bain. Bain on the move. Toss out. Kane flicks the wrist. Can't hit. And Jenkins.
Not only is he a great player, but he's a great person.
Yep. Good teammate, good leader.
Bain, a look on the opposite end. It's through. We're tied at 36.
They keep giving him too much space. They got to run him off the line.
Jenkins outside to Herter. And Banchero with the save to Carter. Banchero across the timeline.
He's got the whole side. What a block
by Duren.
Man.
Already here in Game 3.
And usually the adjustment would be make the next play for somebody else. But with Orlando's shooting struggles, that's not always comfortable.
Banchero to Suggs. Tried to get it over to Kane, turned it over. Harris, step through, rises, no good. Harris incensed, he thought he was fouled. Suggs, inside, count it, and put. Carter completes the three-point play. Magic by 3. Their largest lead so far has been 8.
Just look at the tempo he plays with. He just
like he's in the park.
Cunningham over to Thompson. Thompson with the left.
Boy, what a closeout by Suggs there. He knew his personnel.
Suggs wants 3.
That's a good one.
Part of the second quarter. In a crucial Game 3. Robinson, that's a good look. And connects.
Well, Isaiah Stewart just picking them off. And Duncan Robinson flying off that screen, read it perfectly, shoots it right back, and lets it go.
Great play out of the timeout for the Pistons. Banchero going to work. Fires over to Suggs. Suggs on the baseline. The runner rattles in.
A great shot.
Cunningham on the drive, and he's grabbed by Carter.
Bobby, getting him attacking downhill.
Cunningham wants to clear out. Cunningham turns, fades, can't hit.
Great defense there by Kane. Playing without fouling, contesting. And Mosley said before the game, if he could keep him out of the paint, he could have that mid-range.
Kane, 3-ball, corner pocket.
You talk about being ready when your number's called. Having an impact here early is Kane.
What a time for his first 3 of the series.
Harris on the move. Harris didn't have the angle. And Tobias Harris.
Not the case, and what you get rewarded for being a #1 seed is getting a team that, and it's been for Orlando, they find themselves here, but this is an even kill battle right here.
To the cup.
And that's what you want to see him do. He is a 6'10" juggernaut. When he attacks the paint, he is very difficult to keep out of it.
Stewart, no, Thompson again.
But Cade handled that blitz there masterfully. Difference in pick and roll, you end up hitting the roll guy. Even though the first one doesn't go, Cade Cunningham makes that play.
Suggs, and the impact.
Basketball is taking it, and it's not, you don't want to get hit.
But, yeah, hand up for the contest. Stewart, so he has a flagrant and a technical already in the first half. Banchero, tough too.
Like
no.
Cade just staying down. That was great defense.
4:30 to go in the first half. Cunningham dislodged and fouled by Wagner, who immediately.
Yes, he did, especially this early in the game.
Banchero out to Wagner. Wagner got it back. Around a Carter screen. Wagner tosses it up, no good. And here comes Cunningham for Detroit.
This is trouble.
Robinson 3. In and out. Orlando looking for their largest lead of the ballgame. Bang. Out to Suggs for 3. Well off the mark. That's when it bounces out of bounds. Cunningham defended by Wagner. Cunningham, that's a long 2 that won't drop. And a
Passed up on a few layups.
This is Robinson over to Duran.
Oh, what an effort by Bane to run that off the line. Didn't matter.
That's a big 4-point play
Yes.
to start the half out. Made up maybe for those little free throws at the end right there.
But Duncan Robinson's been shooting the cover off at 48% from 3 the last 12 games.
Well, they need what he can provide out there. This is Banchero on the baseline, no good. Thompson the board.
And remember what happened last game in that third quarter. Detroit came out red hot.
Scored the first 30 of 33 points in that third period in game 2. A 30-3 run as they rolled the rest of the way. Wagner didn't have the angle.
But the rim protection from Duran and Asar Thompson there. It's such a tough shot.
And he said that the chippiness is fine, just need to keep their composure and not get caught up in the illegal screens and such.
Boys will be significant in these final 2 quarters. Wagner. Toss ahead to Carter. Outside look for Suggs.
And he is soon the. And that's attack the paint.
How about Wendell Carter getting out of that? There's that trap right there. 2 on the ball. He's getting to the short roll, and he's making the play for the next guy.
Duran had it poked away by Wagner. Banchero and Suggs collide. And here comes Banchero. Over to Bain in the corner. Good for 5 from three-point range.
Locked in.
Cunningham blocked by Wagner. Vaccaro down. Oh, wow.
And on the head, how important it is for your big to run. It just
At home, 29% from 3 on the road. So a different level of shooter here in Orlando.
he loves being in the city.
Detroit got that 4-point play to start the third quarter. Orlando now on an 8-0 run. Cunningham with the back down of Wagner. Tough fade. Cunningham put it in.
And that's those pretty much you can do about that. And honestly, you're willing to live with that. If he's going to make turnarounds all day.
Nearly 3 minutes gone by in this third period. Robinson over to Paul Reed. Instant impact off the bench.
He's played 47 seconds in the first 2 games. We were just talking as he made his way to the floor. He gets out there, sets a pin down. Duncan Robinson makes the read. Paul Reed gets on the board immediately.
Dalen Duren on the bench now for Detroit. This is Carter over to Bain. Bain penetrating, stripped by Thompson, got it back. Reed all over him. Turn around. Goodness. Are you kidding?
At home, you could definitely see it.
It's one thing to say let's be in the gaps when Orlando goes 8 of 32 from 3, but when you say be in the gaps and they're 10 of 20, it's a different feeling for those defensive players.
Reed behind the back to Thompson, and a foul is
Some of their drivers.
great bounce back game for Bain. He was 2 for 11 in game 2.
Oh, my goodness.
Robinson hoists it up and won't go.
That was a tough shot.
Wagner forced to give it up. Suggs, long 2, swatted by Thompson. Vaccaro with the recovery, can't hit, and Reed the board.
Did you see that block?
Ridiculous
It's
play.
unreal.
Oh my goodness, what a play.
And Thompson goes down.
It'd be a 20-point game if Asar wasn't playing tonight.
That's it.
I would like him to just start to turn up a little bit
Austin,
here.
even some of those step-ups, put him in space, get him going downhill.
They got to get him going here.
Cunningham left it short.
What a rebound.
And Harris with the hammer.
Okay,
This game is not for the weak at the rim. If you're not going to hammer it, that thing is getting put to the glass.
I can promise you I would have shut off my floater today.
By the way, Thompson continuing to do all the little things for Detroit. Kept that play alive. Vaccaro.
They got Harris.
And Vaccaro missing on the first. Give him 11. Cunningham accelerates. Kick out stolen. Another turnover. Vaccaro step through out of bounds. No foul. It'll be Orlando. Black penetrates. Flips it up. Foul.
6 minutes in the third. What are we talking about? Let's get these guys some drinks.
And Black missing. 3 for 6 at the line. He's stuck on 6 points. Harris over to Cunningham. Straight on 3. Short. Got it back. Fires again. And hits on the reload.
And that might be the one he needs.
And I love the fact that there was not a second of hesitation.
Turnover.
Massive shot.
Harris, no. Vaccaro the rebound in traffic. And is fouled by Cunningham on the move. Kick out. Tristan De Silva. No good. And a tap by Reed over to Harris.
It is physical down there in these box outs.
How about the closeout by Asar Thompson being in and then getting the contest?
Cunningham.
Cade is starting to turn up the aggressiveness here.
Toss out. It rotates to Green. Blocked by Black.
Don't be surprised by their defensive efforts tonight.
It's a part of both these teams' identity.
B-ball Paul, baby.
Reed off the heel. And Thompson, the offensive board. Fresh 14 for Detroit. Cunningham. Picks up the dribble. 2 seconds. Has to hoist. Cunningham drew a foul by Reed.
They got to be careful.
6th best in the league as Vaccaro knocks down both, and the lead back to double figures. Cunningham Over to Green. Green firing from deep. Left it long. Offensive board. Green. Spinning. Inside. Fouled by Reed.
On here, try to push this further, because if you stay around, you know Detroit's going to push this.
They'll have their run.
We said at the start of the game, J.B. Bickerstaff said of his team, we have to play the possession game. If we take care of the ball, we win the game. They've turned it over 14 times, leading to 7. And now it's Reed. Going at Bataze, pulling it up with the lob. Bencaro to Black. Black to Bataze. Spinning. Shot won't go.
It's a good move, too, by Bataze. Nice little spin.
Reed scoops it up, hand off to Herter.
Spacing right now for Detroit is not great.
And Sar Thompson inside, rises, can't hit.
Good help there by Orlando to come over. Sar Thompson trying to bully his way there. That help defense forced that fadeaway.
Suggs fires a 3. Knew it was on.
He knew it.
Got his own. Suggs can't hit. Tapped over to Cunningham. Cunningham to Herter. Outside. Green all day. Bottom. Jalen Duren early in this third quarter going with Paul Reed, who's had an impact.
Well, he certainly has. And Isaiah Stewart and J.B. Bickerstaff had a long talk about that call that was potentially flagrant before the half. And obviously, we haven't seen Stewart, Paul Reed getting his opportunity and coming through.
Black, the runner, well off the mark. Reed, the board. He has 4 points, 5 boards in 6 minutes.
But, Austin, you think about the missed opportunity. You talked about Orlando kind of being stagnant with that 10-point
away
game.
by Black. Black has an open runway, and it's fouled from behind hard.
Right here. These first couple of minutes are everything. This is either going to be a ball game or Magic are going to lead.
Bane. Yes!
Man. Big minutes here for Dennis Jenkins.
This is Jenkins. No good. Carter the board.
Yeah, this is a tough lineup just offensively. Where do you go to when things get in disarray?
Wagner. Outside look for Carter. No good. And Jenkins the board for Detroit. Thompson. Stops at the free throw line. Kick back out to Jenkins. Robinson, hard drive, tossed over to Stewart, couldn't put it in.
They got it just in between what he wanted to do with that.
Bane. Oh, nice move to the rack.
Got him with that little hezzy right there.
That was a nasty hezzy.
I see you, Bane.
13-point lead for Orlando. Thompson for 3. That won't drop. Kane the ball.
Franz was loaded. I mean, he's on the right block, just waiting for the drive and daring Sar Thompson to shoot it.
We might get a quick timeout here soon.
Yeah.
Black with the left. No. Carter. The follow. Robbie subbed out 4.
Well, we were talking about in the break the lineup of Jenkins, Thompson, Robinson, Javonte Green, and Isaiah Stewart offensively. Just one not very potent, had some issues. Orlando goes in that run. Look who's back in the game now.
Duren can't hit on the turnaround. Orlando sitting comfortably 2.5 minutes into the fourth.
Yes, they are. The tempo, the physicality right now is all favoring Orlando.
Franz has this whole side to go to work. Good job by Duncan Robinson hanging in, but you got to close it down.
Alive. Bang! No good. And a collision. Wagner. Hand off to Bane. Bane, pump, fires. No good, and Duren the board. 6 rebounds, 6 points for Jalen Duren. Robinson blocked by Black.
What a closeout by Black. He has made multiple winning plays, whether it's getting them an extra possession.
Carter. Over to Kane. Kane down the lane. The floater won't go. Followed by Carter.
That was a great drive by Kane. Even though he didn't make that layup, he engaged the big enough to where there was nobody else left to box out Wendell.
Thompson inside, the reverse is good.
He has Detroit Pistons.
And multiple times tonight, he's stopped the bleeding a little bit.
Banchero will check in next dead ball for Orlando.
They've been hunting this switch here with Robinson.
Wagner over to Carter. Carter travel. Duren bullying his way inside, leaves it for Cunningham. Outside look for Harris is good.
Man, he's been strong. Harris.
Careful, almost a backcourt.
Goodness.
In full control at this point.
And a foul away from the ball. Looking to go to work. Matched up with Bain. Skip pass. Harris penetrates. Harris found the angle.
It's so solid in this series.
Suggs. Over to Banchero. Suggs flicks the wrist. No good. Rebound Duren.
Let's see if Detroit can maybe string a couple good possessions together. Get back in this game.
Duren blocked from behind by Banchero.
All series. He's only taken 8 shots here again tonight.
Harris. But Duren on to 10 points and 8 boards in the series. Halfway through the fourth. And we're going the other way. Cunningham on the move, turns inside. Cunningham, the hooping hard.
And for Orlando are huge. How do they respond? You talk.
Black. And the leg. Count it and put him on the line.
You know, with Jalen Duren, the first half he had it protecting the rim. Obviously, he's a problem down there.
Cunningham. Wednesday, back in Detroit in Game 6 and Game 7 if necessary. For more on these games, go to NBA.com or visit the NBA app. 14-3 run by Detroit. Good ball movement. Wagner now. Cut off by Cunningham. Wagner on the move. Swatted by Duren. Pistons running. Harris couldn't control it. Lost it out. Back-to-back games with 11 blocks for Detroit. Harris. Pull up. Money.
He's been huge. And here we go. 4-point game, 2-possession game.
Suggs. Over to Banchero. Banchero, cross, drive, put it up, fouled, and we'll go to the line. Banchero good on the push, something they haven't done in quite some time. Have to go in regulation. Cunningham, step through. Cunningham, put it through. Two-time all.
Now only up 3 with 4 minutes left. Let's see how they execute down the stretch Orlando here in their home crowd. Today's been a wild one.
Game. Wagner. A lot of dribbling. Gave it up to Banchero. Shot clock to 3. Banchero heaves it. Oh!
What a big shot. Biggest shot of the game. Timely for Paolo Banchero.
First 3 of the game. He has 22. Cunningham. Outside, Harris for 3.
Wow. Boom. But what a relocation. Tobias Harris is...
Questions in the past about his performances in the playoffs. Tobias Harris has 23. Banchero, hard drive, blocked by Duren.
We saw in the first half, Duren has been so impactful at the rim.
Cunningham for 3. Oh! On the scoreboard, they have Jalen Suggs with 6 fouls.
Oh, what a play by Harris.
Turned it over.
That's not what you want to see out of a timeout.
Cunningham heating up in the fourth. Rises and is fouled.
Oh, man.
Cunningham with 11 points For a span, Detroit has erased a 7. And Cunningham misses the second. 11 lead changes so far this afternoon. Ben Carroll, cut off. Kicks it out to Wagner. Wagner sees the crowd, rises for a layup.
Big shot. Big shot by Franz. Coming off, sometimes you got to take what the defense gives you. Can't get all the way down. Nice midi.
Thompson, inside. Green has it.
Tay needs to go get this ball.
Harris having a big ball game. Harris off the mark. Carter clears it.
A good job by Wendell Carter coming back into the play and cleaning up that defensive rebound.
Under 2 minutes to go. Who wants it more? Wagner for 3.
Big tray.
Seconds. Pistons still have plenty of time. Cunningham for 3. Left it short. Bang the box out.
Oh, what a sequence here for Franz Wagner of getting the stop after making the shots and now taking on the foul.
Orlando 109, Detroit 105.
Franz might as well clear it out at this point and go one-on-one.
Wagner, hard drive. Wagner, the runner, won't go. Carter, the offensive board. Carter is fouled. We still have a long way to go.
Yes, we do.
In this
Series. Carter
in
missed
this game.
Carter good on the second. 5-point ball game. Cunningham, 27 points in the ball game. He's erupted in the fourth. Out of control.
Lost his footing there.
Everyone in Kia Center on their feet. Ben Carroll, pull up 3. Off the heel.